and welcome to the Dr. Gratitude official channel. I'm so grateful you have made it here. And if this is your first time tuning in, hello and welcome to this amazing channel. Please take the time to like and subscribe so you can keep up to date with all my daily episodes that I will be bringing out. My mission and my goal in life is to have an attitude of gratitude, and I want to spread that worldwide so people can have life satisfaction, optimism, hope, love, joy, peace, and of course gratitude, because that's what we're here for. I'm taking people on a massive journey from day 1 to day 365 days of thankfulness to transform your world. Each episode I go through a daily challenge, something published in my journal, and also a personalized journal entry that I want to inspire you guys on how to cultivate gratitude, because it is the best attitude. Let's get into the daily challenge today. I've been exploring the shadow work recently. However, I wanted to change things up today, and I wanted to talk about something that has been hard in your life to do. Think of the hardest thing that you've ever had to do in your life to this present moment right now. After you did that hardest thing in your life, I want you to now reflect on the accomplishment it gave you. Now, a great example is I had a fear of driving. For many years, I did not drive a car, and it took me until the age of 30 years old to get my driver's license. Now, the reason why I didn't want to get my driver's license was I had a fear of driving. I thought that someone would crash into me, or I would crash into other people. I had practiced when I was 16 years old. I also practiced again at 19 years old, but I never took that next leap and step to keep practicing on how to drive. It wasn't until I was in my 30s that I had an opportunity to become an operations manager for an early childhood service industry. And it was at that point in my life that I had to face my fear and do it anyway and start learning how to drive. It took a lot of practice. It took a lot of courage, and getting behind the wheel was something that I had to do in order for me to level up in my life. I hyperventilated. I had panic attacks. I thought I was going to die. However, each time when I took that step and finally got behind the wheel, it got easier and it got easier because I practice. Now, we have many fears in our lives that may be the hardest thing to do in life. However, there's a great book called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway by Susan Jeffers. Just feel into that fear, do it anyway, and see what comes out from the end of it. So after I had got my license, pretty much a following week, I got the operations manager's role, and I was able to step up as a leader in early childhood education and care. It was that moment that I finally got, my first car was a company car. So I was freaking out. The first time I got into my company car, I was on the highway. Now, I'd been practicing in streets and residential areas. So going on a highway was the biggest fear. I thought there were going to be big, huge trucks. I was actually scared of trucks and trains and trams and whatnot, things that were bigger than me. Still, they do give me a bit of they still sometimes freak me out from time to time. However, this time, when I saw the truck coming, when I first got my license, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to die. But I actually got through it. And every time I get in the car now, I just bang the music in my car and ride down the street. So guys, think about the hardest thing that you've had to do that's given you the biggest accomplishment in life. For me, that was getting my driver's license. I have many fears very similar to this. Once I got my driver's license, I was then able to travel everywhere and anywhere, interstate, across Queensland. It's been absolutely amazing. All right, guys, let's get into the reason why we're here, and that is for this journal, Dear God, with Gratitude, 365 Days of Thankfulness to Transform Your World. Day 114. Dear God, I am grateful for allowing myself to dream. Thank you, God. I'm so grateful for my business coach now. I want to take my business to the next level. I am so looking forward to the next steps of my business. One of my business mentors has an amazing heart and kindness. Reminds me of me. I'll continue to work on what I need to build for my empire. Please, God, let me spread my message. So yes, that was when I had my business coach, Big, huge shout out to her. Absolutely amazing. And it helped me to get me where I needed to go. I do have a new business mentor right now who's been focusing on my marketing and my marketing message and really focusing and funneling my energy to what's really important. So this brings us to the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed hearing a bit of my personal story on overcoming some of my fears and hardest things I've ever had to do in my entire life. And if you want to share some of your stories on the hardest things that you've ever had to endure, please private message, share a comment here, email me, whatever that is of your mode of communication, please. I love to hear it and I'll respond to each and every single one of you. So thank you guys for tuning in and getting this far. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do so now. Otherwise, guys, before we go, remember, gratitude's the best attitude. Peace out.